Hi everyone, I'm Allison. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today we are on Flosstube number 11. My channel is about cross-stitch quilting, crafts, animal updates. We've definitely got an animal update at the end. See, there's a little tease for you. I actually have a really big personal update, and I usually don't do those, but we're going to do that after I talk about the quilt. The quilt behind me is called the High Tea Quilt. This was a quilt kit from the Fat Quarter Shop for Sew Along with Pat Sloan. This is Pat Sloan's The Drawing Room fabric. You can't get the quilt kit anymore. The pattern is still available. I think it's called Cascade. You can find it on Fat Quarter Shop's website, and the drawing room fabric is still available. If you're new, I do all my own sewing, piecing, quilting. I do everything. Okay. Kind of feel like I wish I had a tie. Big personal update. If you've been watching since Flosstube number 1, or if you follow me on Instagram or talk to me, you know that I'm a pharmacist. I've been working in pharmacy for a number of years, and then before that I worked a lot in medical and professional fields. My husband and I have been talking, 2 years now, about me finding something else to do. Anyone who's worked in healthcare, customer service, retail, especially since COVID, it's been very difficult, longer hours, more stress, and for pharmacy, drug shortages, angry people. It's been very hard. And with our animal sanctuary and with some things that are going on with my husband's work, I'll also talk about, we kind of finally reached the breaking point. So I have left the pharmacy field, and now I am long arm quilting. I've done 3 quilts for another customer. I've done a number of my own quilts. I've been doing this for years. If you go to my website, which I'll link below, azfamilyyzoo.com, there's a quilt gallery with pictures of quilts, and there's also a page for long arm quilting detailing the servicing and all that good stuff. So if you've got a pile of unfinished quilt tops right now, I have no waiting. And if you're local, you can bring it by, you can see the animals. That's what I did with my first customer. She had 3 quilts for me to finish. She'd been sitting on them since COVID, didn't really want to mail them away, but you can mail things to me if you want. We can talk about that. Contact me if you've got quilts. You can comment below too. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to do your long arm quilting. Also, something that did contribute to that, and we will get to cross stitch. I got lots. In fact, if you don't want to hear the rest of this, just take the little button and just slide it, and then when you see me hold something up, you know I'm done yammering. But anyway, I think I talked about it also in Flosstube number 1, or one of the earlier Flosstubes. My husband has his own business doing prosthetics, so artificial limbs and braces and that sort of thing. And this year he actually acquired another business doing mastectomy prosthetics. If you know what that is, you know. If you don't, you can look it up. So now he owns 2 small businesses. I help him with his website. I embroider his shirts. I do anything I can to help him with his business. He has very long hours, which means as his hours get longer, I pick up more of the things at home, which is part of the reason why I decided to leave my job. My job used to be very flexible, and it became extremely inflexible. And with all of our animals, we need to make sure we're taking proper care of them. That's very important to us. So I'll pop up some pictures. I'll either do them while I'm chatting, or I'll do them now, of the long arm and some of the shirts that I've embroidered for my husband's business. I have a multi-needle embroidery machine. If you need anything embroidered, let me know. Send me a message. Email azfamilyyzoo.com. I think that's all the personal updates. Yeah, because honestly, usually there's not a whole lot going on around here except for animals. And I do have, like I said, this is one of many animal updates. I will do that at the end after all of the stitching, quilting, and crafting fun. Okay, I'm checking my notes. Also, I had been chasing the winner for this for like 3 or 4 Flosstubes. Never heard back. This is going back in the giveaway pile, and I have 2 more giveaways, so make sure you stay tuned for that. A quick note. Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I'll put it on the screen. It's linked below. MRS for Mrs_AZ_Family_Zoo. If you have a private account and you want me to follow it, please let me know. Otherwise, I don't follow the private accounts. I assume your account's private for a reason. I have 2 accounts. I have my personal account for the stitching, quilting, crafting, all that fun, and then one for our animal sanctuary. That is all I post. I've had to mute a couple accounts lately. I do not do current events. I don't get into that. There's been a lot of very angry things lately, and I want nothing to do with that. So when you follow my accounts, you're not going to see that. Just wanted to put that out there. Flosstube friends, one more. Please leave me a comment below if you have a Flosstube. I know a few of you started a new Flosstube. I want to make sure that I pass it along next time. If you've got a stitch along, put it below. I know Sin City Stitcher has a tiered tray, Sal, so I'll make sure to link her below. One of the things I normally do between each Flosstube episode is I keep a very detailed list of what's going on, but wow, the past 5 weeks have been crazy. I really haven't had a lot of time, so I apologize for that. We are going to get started. Ooh, let's start with finishes. If you watched Flosstube number 10, the one right before this, that would be, since this is Flosstube 11, you know it was my birthday, and gosh, I have my birthday present down here from my husband. I hope I can pick this up without tipping everything over. On a previous Flosstube, I talked about the spring parade. Sal, I should have brought my pillow down. It's way up on a shelf up there. I made a little pillow with one of the charts and talked about how my husband found some wood to make a shelving unit. I won't rehash the story, but he finished the shelving unit. This is scrap wood he found on the side of the road for free. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in. Ooh, there you go. He finished the shelving unit. These are 7-inch squares. He sanded it, stained it, built it just from free scrap wood. There we go. He did a great job. Kind of heavy. Very happy with that. It's got some hooks on the back. I haven't hung it up yet because I wanted to show it to everybody. Whee! If you're new here, I'm a little off kilter, so it gets silly sometimes. Set that down. There we go. Yay! So yay for my husband. I'm going to put up a picture. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'll put it somewhere. I don't even have mine down here, do I? No. I started the tea typography Sal. I'll put it up. My mom finished hers. Mine is on hold for right now. I have way too many things going on. I think I'll start it up in the fall. So if you like this stitch that you're seeing on the screen, you can get your chart. This is by Bev McCullough. She's a Riley Blake fabric designer, and her website is Flamingo Toes. I'll link that below. I'm going to make myself a note to link the chart and to link that Sal that I mentioned. Okay, let's look at a couple of my own finishes. Here we go. My first finish is one of the Funky Chicken stitches. This is the rooster. Obviously I have not assembled it yet. My plan is to video the assembly for this so you can see how it goes together. This is by Satsuma Street. I believe I have the chart right here. This is the called for colors on, I believe, yeah, Fabric Flare Antique White Dyed Effect. And these are the DMC colors. I'll take out the chart in case you've never seen it before. And I am hosting the Funky Chicken Sal. There's 2 more to do. I'll keep working on them. I'm probably going to rotate some of my patterns. So if you don't have this and you want to start it, you will probably finish them all before I do. I do know one of my Instagram followers finished all 3, put them in a county fair, state fair, won some ribbons. I forgot to ask permission to mention her account and post her photos, so I'm going to do that next time. The same thing with I wanted to make a Funky Chicken parade. Again, just with my husband and his business, and there's really been a crazy amount of things going on. And I do owe, while I'm putting this back in the plastic, a special thank you to my parents who helped us with some mailers about the change of address. We sat there one day and prepped 2,000 postcards for mailing. We went old school because there was no email files for anyone, so it all had to be snail mail. Anyway, Funky Chicken. I will be assembling this and I'll videotape that. It's really hot here. I'm in Arizona if you're new, and during the day I have to go out and make sure all the animals are comfortable and fill all the coolers and water and do all that. So I did that before I sat down today. Sorry, stuff. Let me pull this out. I'm doing a stitch along with the Stitching Owl. Sorry, you're gonna hear crinkling. I really should prep this stuff ahead of time. We're stitching the cookie cutter ornaments, or any ornament for Christmas in July. These are, it's a Women Pack Quarter Shop. And I got 2 done, the first 2 in the book. I just decided to start at the beginning, and I'm stitching with the called for, except I made one substitution. 435 for 434. It's the brown color. I didn't have that, so I picked the closest thing that I had. And I'm stitching on 25 count Lugana by Lori Holt. I had to order more, which is why I stopped after 2. I haven't finished them yet, but this was the first one in the book. The bow and the stocking. I am going to do the tart tin finish on these. Hopefully next time I film I'll have these done and the chicken done. You know what? I'll put everything away later. I'm just going to lay it in a nice, neat pile. I know everybody's doing all sorts of things for Christmas in July. Again, poor planning on my part. I have Christmas charts that I've designed in my shop. Go have a look. Okay, stay. Now I'm going to go into my work in progress. This quilt is clipped to my whip basket, so hopefully I don't knock everything over. Here we go. You know, and I forgot to say at the beginning too, I've got a lot of new project bags in the shop, so I hope you're still watching and I hope you stick around to see that. And it's always a whip parade every time I film because I don't like to have a lot going on, and in fact one of the things I want to work on before the next Flosstube is finishing things. To me, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 8 active charts I think that I'm working on. To me that's too much. I don't know how some of those people have all those things going on. It's just too much for me to manage. I'm participating in the Shine Bright Sampler Stitch Along. This is hosted by Fat Quarter Shop. It's the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee book. It's in plastic. I'm not taking it out today. I'm stitching on 14 count fabric flare pale gray gingham. This is not the chart. This is the picture of the schedule for the stitch along. We are on July. This started November of last year. Honestly, it's big, but it's a pretty easy stitch. I think they still have the book on sale. Yep, let me move one of my little clips out of the way. And here's the progress on this. I'm stitching with the Called For Colors Cosmo. I'll go in and you can get a good look at everything. This section was July. I don't like to clamp over my stitching, so my Q-snaps just get bigger and bigger. I do have a scroll frame. I still have some fabric down here. This will get a little bit bigger. It may need to go on the scroll frame. Alright, there we go. I gotta be careful. I also have my camera sitting on a box in a book today. It's a little wonky. I've got 2 more whips in a very pathetic new start, but I'll show it anyway. Before the 4th of July, and obviously I did not finish it before the 4th of July, I started on these Stitchy Stars. I've had it in my stash for a long time, I think since it came out. And I bought it with the DMC Called For Colors. This is another It's So I'm a Fat Quarter Shop pattern. I'm stitching on 16 count, here's my sticky note, it didn't sticky, 16 count Beautiful Beige. me pull out where I am. There you go. I'm on 3 of 7. If you stitch this on white, you could leave out all the white. I suppose you could leave it out anyway, but I like the way it looks. Looks good. This will be big enough to fit the whole thing. And again, like the Q-snaps, I have so many, and then I just yank them all apart, and you can buy connectors. So I put them together so they fit the size of my project. Yay! That is the Stitchy Stars. Oh, see, I left this in here. On this, with the 16 count, I had bought these cross stitch needles, Lori Holt, number 26. I found them too thin on my 14 count, but they work great on the 16 count. Chances are there was just a jump in the film. I had to cough. I do edit my videos. I do have, there's a couch behind me with a couple dogs sleeping on it, and the canary's really quiet today. He's molting and shooting feathers everywhere and making a big mess, so he's not singing right now. And then, of course, you know, you sit down to do stuff and somebody delivers. The doorbell rings. Whew. Got another big, giant, ridiculously long Q-snap. I'm stitching the Lizzie Kate Green Flip It series. This is part of a stitch along with 2 tall stitchers. We're doing Lizzie Kate series Sal. I'll make sure to hashtag and link them below. I'm on the last chart, the Plant a Tree chart. Here's what they all look like together. I do have the entire series of charts for a giveaway. That'll be coming up soon. I'm hoping to get a little bit more in the way of subscribers and views before I get there. So everybody gets to participate. So again, like, subscribe, and share. I'm stitching on, it's going to crinkle, Witchelt hand-dyed Jobelin Sandcastle 14 count. Sorry for the glare. I'm in front of some bay windows here. And I sat down to start the final chart. I'm using Classic Colorworks, my own conversion, closely matching what's there. This color here is Hickory Sticks. I ran out, so I had to order some. I think it'll be here today. That's how far I am. When I'm done, I will do that wording at the bottom. And the wording at the bottom, if you buy the green Flip It charts, there we go. It tells you to go to the website, and you can download it for free, and it tells you how to space these to stitch them all together. All right, woohoo! Sorry, funk. Okay. And now, let's see. For the quite possibly most pathetic new start in history. Oop, that's got to go back with the Lizzie Kate thing. Hang on. I think, yep, that one. Okay. I was talking about this one. It's been in my stash a long time. Bothy Thread Cycling Fun to start this during the Tour de France, which is now over. If you're a fan of the Tour de France, you know Cavendish broke the all-time sprinting record. So I started on that day. I did a middle start, so I'm starting here on the seat post. Are you ready? This is just so sad. There you go. That's as far as I got. It's just been so busy. I've got 2 items to show for haul. One of them is actually Mom's haul, and she let me borrow it. The Halloween 2024 cross stitch. I don't know about this one. Out of everything that's in here, and I'll hold it up. They've got this page in the back. There it is. That way you can kind of see what's in it and not see the charts. You can decide if that's something you're interested in ordering. Let's see. Here we go. You wait for it to focus. There we go. Give you a quick look. There's actually only one thing in here that I'm somewhat interested in stitching, but I have so many charts right now. I really want to start focusing on what I have, and as well as bringing some more of my own designs to the shop. If you're stitching my seasons squared, I'm going to have fall and winter hopefully coming soon. Been so busy, my mom is probably going to test stitch these for me. Thanks, Mom. This is the one that I thought was really cute. The little mouse. They're all nice. I happen to have enough Halloween charts. I have a Halloween chart. I have 2 Halloween charts in my shop too. If you like Halloween, check it out. One of them has a hedgehog. I don't know. Mom, you can have it back. Just let me know. Thank you for letting me look at it. I appreciate it. My other haul. Very excited. Lori Holt's summer punch needle. She did come out with summer and fall. I watched her tour of her new space, and she said August 12th she is going to start her punch needle. The charts are line drawings, so I really can't hold them up. The one thing I'm a little worried about is I bought it's a clover punch needle hoop, and it's 7 inches. Some of these will fit inside of it, other ones won't, so I'll either put them on my printer, scanner, copier and shrink the design, or I have to buy another thing for punch needle. We'll see. I think I'll do the small ones first. Those will fit inside that clover punch needle hoop. I think I showed it last time or the time before. We'll see if I like it. We'll do the small ones first. There's a basket down there on the floor with all of her chunky thread. Boy, I think I have to sneeze. I apologize if there are a lot of editing cuts. Okay, sneeze done. Anyway, that's the summer. You can see she lists on the back all the colors used. That's a lot. I probably have all of that, which is kind of crazy. But I've got a basket with her yarns in it, or chunky thread she calls it. That's starting August 12th. Next time I film, hopefully I'll have some punch needle to show you. Those were my 2 items for haul. I've got a bunch of new bags that are in the shop. I have 1 patriotic bag left. This one's a vinyl front. Grab it if you want it. Last one left. I had some vacation time due to me at my former job, and you get paid out. They give you the pay. That's another part of the problem, is working somewhere where everyone's been there forever and has a ton of vacation time, and they never let you use any of it. So I took a couple days after we got everything set up for my my long arm business. I actually started all the licensing and LLC and all the requirements last year, got everything into place, and then helping my husband with his new business. Once all of that was done, I took a couple days. I made a bunch of bags. These are makeup bags, electronic bags, travel bags. You can use them for cross-stitch notions. I actually keep my hair clips in one. They all have a hanger, zipper pull charm there. These are all made from the Lori Holt Autumn fabric line. If you've bought bags from me before, or if you've watched before, let me see if I can, I'll show one of the other ones, it'll be easier, but I serge all the seams, and they'll have a Lori Holt fabric on the inside. 1. I've got, somebody bought one, thank you. There's 4 left. I did show them on my Instagram, but not everyone's on Instagram, so I like to show these on YouTube. If you're new here, I have the Etsy shop to help with the animals. and everything goes towards our animals. We've got, I think, over 50 right now. We'll have an animal update at the end, so if you're new, make sure you stick around. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these small Notions bags. Again, what these are also good for, if you're not a cross stitcher, although you're probably not watching if you're not a cross stitcher, but if you've got like a big phone, electronics, if you're traveling, this will fit a regular paperback book, like mass media book. These all have a butterfly charm. Focus. Let me get my head out of the way. There we go. And fancy zipper. These zippers are attached to the front of the bag. Here's a good opportunity to show you the serging. So when I attach these, I finish the inside, get that to focus, give it a second, with the serged seam, and all the seams on the inside are serged. But these in particular, the zipper goes on top. There you go. My bags have a loop tag on the inside. So if you want to hang keys, floss drops, something like that. I think one of the makeup bags, I accidentally caught the loop tag in the zipper, or in the seam when I sewed it. So let me show you that one. It happens sometimes. Yep, this one. So this one with the purple in the middle. I caught it a little bit. You can still use it to hang things though. Sometimes just stuff like that happens. I will tell you, on these, 2 of them I took apart and redid because I was not happy with the way they looked. These are made with, it's called Soft and Stable. They hold their shape. If they ever get like squished or folded, you can steam iron them and they puff back up like magic. I love it. Notion bag project bags I make with batting. Oh, and I forgot to say, everything new, it's all been pieced on a featherweight. The quilting and the serging, obviously, on other machines. But all the piecing, I did on a featherweight machine. 2 more of these. And the butterflies, turn around butterfly, coordinate with the color of the zipper. And 1 more. You know, whenever I show something, it always flips backwards. Isn't that the way? See? Blue. I use these for, I have one of these, I think, in my, yeah, very similar, that I use with my Lizzie Kate, and I keep all my floss and my little zipper and everything inside of these. So there's 4 of these. Then I have 3 small project bags, and all the measurements are on my Etsy shop in the listings. These all have a fun gold zipper pull with, let me try this, there we go, colored enamel leaf charms. They're all different colors. This is the Lori Holt Autumn, and actually the backing is mercantile, and mercantile on the inside. So there's 1. I'll just hold them up really quick. 2. These all have the same lining. 3. 3, yes, okay. So 4 Notion bags are available, 3 small bags are available. That's at least at the time of my filming. I'm filming on a Wednesday. I'm going to edit and post hopefully on Thursday. 2, 4, 6. I have 6 what I consider a regular size project bag. Okay. These all have, these are the Lori Holt Happy Zippers that have the double pull on them. And they also have the colored leaf pull. You can take these off. They have a nice oversized lobster clasp. And again, this is the autumn fabric line on the front. Mercantile on the back. and a basics, a Lori Holt basics on the inside. I have to cover my face or it focuses on my face. So we've got a blue top with a green zipper. Blue top with a red zipper. Here's the back of that one. Green top, yellow zipper. Green top, orange zipper. A red top with a pink zipper. I kind of like that one. I like that backing too. And a red top with kind of a turquoisey blue zipper. Here we go. Yay! Lots of bags. Please buy a bag so I don't end up with a zillion bags. Again, it all, you know, all the money, all our money goes to the animals. Let's just be realistic. Our last vacation, I think I've mentioned it before, was 2013. We don't go anywhere. We don't go out to eat. We cook all of our own food. Mostly that's just because we don't really care for restaurant food and we're very health conscious. But it does save a lot of money and helps more money go to the animals. I need to move this off. Animal update. I'm going to use pictures this time. So as I'm talking, pictures will pop up either in front of my face or on the side or something. One of our dogs, Libby, I've talked about her before. She has epilepsy. She did have a seizure, but she went 45 days before she had a seizure, which was great. This year she'd been having a couple a month, which is not good. We put her on a new medication. She seems to be tolerating it very well. We're very happy with that, and we'll take the 45 days. That's fantastic. Let's talk about Jacqueline. She went to urgent vet and then the regular vet. Jacqueline's a wiener dog. I'll pop up some pictures. She has dog beds and small couches, and we have dog stairs everywhere, but for some reason she likes to not use the dog stairs, and then she hurts her back. So I can actually show you an x-ray. I need to cover the, I'm going to fold this. I need to cover the personal information. For those of you who are into things like x-rays. I did a spinal x-ray. So, doggy x-ray. Here's your spine. And I'm going to come into this part here. Let's see, I got to kind of bend around. Let me flip it back toward me. Right in here, she's got some vertebrae that are just crunching up together, causing a lot of pain. She also has a bit of an enlarged liver. She has pancreatitis. And this one was on a full stomach, so there's a bunch of kibble in her stomach. But she doesn't use the dog stairs, and then she jumps off of things, and if she lands funny, unfortunately she hurts her back. So one of the things I was going to hold up, and I forgot to bring it over, but I'll put up a picture. She sleeps on the Chase Lounge, this ridiculous piece of furniture. Many years ago we remodeled this room that I'm sitting in, and I got this, you know, I splurged and I got this thing. The dogs sleep on it. I took all 4 of the legs off of it, and the legs are about yay high. Put furniture sliders underneath, it lowered it to the ground, and we put some dog beds in front of it. Now she doesn't need the dog stairs, to keep her from sliding off at night and hurting herself. So she slid off Thursday night. Friday she just wasn't feeling good. We already have medication and everything for her. Sunday she still wasn't feeling good despite what we had for her, so that's why I took her in to get the x-rays. And then when we got back from urgent vet, we kind of set her up on the couch. We're getting ready for dinner. And she stood up and her foot caught the side and she landed on the pile of dog toys. She's okay. But now she's like a little sore, so her head's a little cockeyed. And at the same time, actually that night, I slept weird, so my head's a little cockeyed, and the 2 of us were walking around like this. She's doing much better, but there'll be pictures I'll show you where her head's kind of tilted. She's doing really good today. Again, today's Wednesday. She didn't want to eat. Monday. Monday she didn't want to eat, which is why I took her to the regular vet to have another evaluation because she lives to eat. But by Monday night, we had the regular vet switched some pain medications for her. Monday night she ate dinner. Yesterday she ate. Today she ate. They get breakfast and dinner. She's doing great. On the road to recovery, just, old. And they're dogs. They don't always use their dog stairs. So I carry her around a lot. She's about 14 pounds. Just makes it easier. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, something else that's funny, and I forgot to bring over here. If you've ever heard of a Clarisonic, it's like a facial device. It scrubs, it's got like little brushes, but they also make one and it's got a little like triangle massager on it, and you put it on your face and it massages your face. I thought, Jacqueline needs a little spinal massage. I've been doing that for a while now. She loves it. It's just like a light vibration, and I put it on and she just stands there. And so I can go up and down next to the spine. I can get like her muscles on her little shoulders, real gentle on the neck area. So I'm using this foo-foo facial device on my dog. But hey, it works. I'll see if I can pop up a picture of it if I can. I'll try and find one. Let's talk about, Mikey the tortoise. There'll be a picture coming up. Mikey decided he wanted to trash his fence during a monsoon storm. Thunder, lightning, rain, wind, and he's pushing his fence up. We have since fixed the fence and put up some boards and made it so he can't get out that way. But, the two of us are out there getting, poured on by the rain, clothing soaked, moving this big giant tortoise around. Just crazy. Let's talk about Niles the Hedgehog. I'll put up either a picture of a video. I think I've talked about him before, needing to go to the vet, not wanting to eat his dry food. So I took a video of him eating his soft food. I hope I can pop up the video. If not, there's a picture. He's really cute. He comes out every day. He starts looking for it around 4:30, and he loves his soft food, and he's doing great. If you watched the Flosstube before, I'll put up a picture again of Checkers the chicken, who had some problems with the heat. Our solution has been to just keep her in the house for now. She stays in, during the day and overnight. In the morning, we put her out and let her walk around and let her be a chicken for a few hours. When it gets hot, she comes inside. She's actually doing really good with it. She's pretty easy to pick up now. She seems used to it. And when the weather does finally cool off, she'll be back outside. A couple of things we had to deal with. And again, I'll just hold up one more. When you buy bags, these are things that help us pay for these things. I was outside doing all the waterings with the hoses, and I spray everybody down. I fill the evaporative coolers, and the hose exploded. That was a lot of fun. It made a really loud pop, bang noise. Scared me, scared all the birds in the area, and I got soaking wet. So we need to go get a new hose. We have a backup hose that we're using, but it's short and it doesn't go very far. So we need to get a new hose. One of our evaporative coolers broke. We had 5 at one point. This season when my husband took them out to set them around, 2 of them didn't work. So he gutted one for parts, and he had to redo the pump and the electrical on one of the ones that's working. It's working for now. We're hoping it'll hold up for the season. We might look at probably at the end of season, see if we can find some on sale. That would probably be better. If you like animals, Shark Week on my AZ Family Zoo Instagram with the shark puppet. It's just really silly and goofball. Check that out. Let's go have some fun and look at some quilts that are hanging up in the hallway. Let's take a field trip. This is the Fat Quarter Shop Solid Club. I have a very narrow hallway. I'm going to try and stand in front of it. I was in the Solid Club last year. It was bird-themed colors, and I quilted it with a hummingbird pantograph, a hummingbird with a flower. Hung it up in the hallway. Let me see. I'm going to back up into my craft room, and you should be able to see the whole thing. Came out really nice. A little dark in the hall. Alright, I'm gonna just spin around here. This is a quilt I did. I used to be in an AccuQuilt Facebook group. It was designed by Blue Feather Quilts. It was a mystery. And I used a mystery fat quarter bundle, which I will never buy again. You just kind of get something with lots of stuff. These are Free Spirit prints. I think they're cave prints. And I did a black background. Ooh, sorry, tight hallway. Literally, if I put my back against the wall on the other side, I can touch this. This was fun. I do like the way it came out. I did a kind of like a jagged stipple, an angle, I think it's called angled stipple pantograph. I've got a couple little quilts here. I don't know if I've ever shown this. It's a little patriotic. This was from a Fat Quarter Shop box a couple years ago. And I think I've shown this. My mom stitched that. And I think I have shown my little Valentine quilt. Okay, we're going to walk down the hall. Here's two quilts hanging in the hallway. I rotate these out. This is a quilt as you go using, these were 8-inch batting blocks. Ooh, bunny rabbit. I don't know if you can see it or not. Ooh, there he goes. Go, bun, go. I can't remember the name of this fabric. I think it was called Solana. I'll look it up. I'll put it on the screen. It's an older fabric line. I used 2 honey buns, just sort of randomly stitched. I used the video by Fat Quarter Shop showing Quilt As You Go. It's a fun fabric line print. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm getting toward the end of the hall. This is the library quilt. This came out of one of Pat Sloan's books. And this is her fabric line. Let me look. It's going to be on the other side. Pat Sloan's library quilt, her Promise Me fabric. This has a stipple design. That's kind of a fun quilt. The backing on this is really pretty. Isn't that nice? And we've got time. We're gonna go on a little field trip. I'll show you something else. When you bring me a quilt, here's where I set up. I have a folding table that I put out. I've got a check-in form. I have one of my patterns here, the quilting bees. These pop open, they hold your quilt so they keep it nice. And then I've got a lot of my quilts here so I can open these and show people the quilting, and we can pick size and pantograph. I also have a binder with all of the pantographs. Now, here's something fun since we have time, and if you're still watching, you get a bonus. I was on Craigslist, which I don't really do very often, and I saw a listing for an antique sewing machine, which I've covered just to keep the dust off. This is, I believe it's 1927. I'll correct myself on the screen if I'm wrong. It is a Singer 66 machine. It is in excellent condition for something that's almost 100 years old. And oddly enough, the lady who owned it was right up the street. Single owner, belonged to her mother-in-law. Sold to us with the table. It's got the treadle. These need to be replaced. These are dry. And actually, this one's coming, I think, Thursday. I did buy the belts. There's a belt somewhere in here and in here, one for the bobbin winder and one for the hand wheel that need to be replaced. And I did buy some bobbins because it only came with one bobbin. My husband's going to clean this and put it back together. I actually took the faceplate off. I did put it back on already. It's really not that dirty. It came with all of the original things too. So this box is almost 100 years old. These are the different feet that came with it. This is the one called the Ruffler. It makes ruffles. There's a bunch of other different feet in there. put that back together when we're done. And it has the manual. And I reprinted a copy of this online so this doesn't have to be handled. Look at the date on this. 1929. So this is the instruction manual. Now it does say that it's the revised manual, so even though the machine, you can tell when your machine is made by looking at the serial number. The manual was after this machine was made. Just because it was made in a certain year doesn't mean it was bought in a certain year. There's some of the pictures in it. This one's kind of neat. The 66 came in different designs. You can see this one has a little bit more involved floral painting, but this one looks great. This is your tension knob. There's no numbers. You just need to adjust it and get it right. There was even a tube of the stuff for the motor, which obviously it's not good anymore, but it's fun to see. I'll be sure to show this after we get it fixed up and running. I also posted about this on my Instagram, so if you're on my Instagram, you've already seen it. Let me go ahead and put this away. Put that in the drawer. And I've started piling some things up to do a little bit of cleaning and organizing and everything for it. This is where the bobbin is, and you actually push this button and the bobbin pops out. I'm not going to do that right now, but everything works. I did take the needle out, so when my husband goes to clean it, he had to stick his finger. It does have a foot pedal. You have the option of using electric. Obviously not this electric. It's old. The cord is shot, but my husband can replace electric. I hope you enjoyed seeing that. We're going to go back to the Flosstube table and we're going to do the giveaway. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the little field trip. Let's talk giveaway. I have 3 things to give away today. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'd love it if you shared, but I have no way to check to see if you shared. We've got 3 items to give away. Back in the pile, Lindy Stitches, Hedgehog House. Comment the word hedgehog. This is 57 by 57. Model is stitched on a 36 count linen. If you can stitch on 36 count, congratulations. Please comment the word hedgehog. I'm writing this down so I remember the giveaway words. And these are all courtesy of my mom, so thank you, Mom. This one I've shown before and mentioned I would do a giveaway at some point. She got it at Stitcher's Paradise in Las Vegas. Let me pull it out of the plastic so you can see it. Can I pull it out of the plastic? This is called Becky Boo's Garden Club by, looks like it's from a Stitcher's Hand originally. It looks like it's got a couple buttons, like flower buttons. I don't have the buttons that originally came with it. You can put any button on it. This must be an older pattern. This is actually a photograph taped to this. It has very little back stitching. It's all regular cross stitch. The only back stitching are the hair on the people in the picture there. Other than that, there's no back stitching. I'm looking to see, it's charted Weeks Dye Works and DMC Pearl Cotton, Crescent Pearl Cotton. It actually it gives information on the buttons and everything. You can it's a regular cross stitch chart. I can't show the chart. You don't have to do this in fancy pants, whatever. It would look cute in anything. If you'd like to win this one, please comment the word garden. And I'm going to put it back in the bag since it's got all these pages. I don't want to lose anything. There we go. Come on. The last giveaway I'm going to do is a Quilty giveaway. I don't remember where I got these. I do not use foundation paper. It must have come in a box. If you'd like to try the Courthouse Step Quilt Block Foundation Paper from It's So I'm a Fat Quarter Shop, comment. Just comment. Comment foundation. I'm trying to make sure I pick words that won't, I don't know, trigger anything. Like, I don't want to use that as my word. It has nothing to do with this channel, and who knows how, if YouTube keeps seeing that word in the comment, what it's going to start recommending my video. You know, the algorithm is weird. Let's just say that. This is what it looks like. I'm sure Fat Quarter Shop probably has video on how to use this. These make 6-inch blocks. On the inside, yeah, it gives you instructions, how to use, how to lay out, all that good stuff. So comment the word foundation if you're interested in that. That's it. What's this over here? Oh, does anyone need a monthly planner? I know it, like the year's half over, but I found one of these laying around. It's just like this. It goes through 2024. Yeah, just through December. If you're in need of a planner, put planner below. If there's more than one, I'll do a drawing, but if you need one, go ahead and put it in it. Put it in there. I'll pass it along. I think that's everything. It is everything. Thank you so much for watching. We're probably at an hour now. I did a couple start and stops. I hope you enjoyed everything. I hope you like, subscribe, pass along, share, come back. And again, quilting. I do long arm quilting. Let me know if you need anything quilted. Thanks everybody. See you next time.